Hey everybody, today is Wednesday, September 13th, and thank God for Church on the Pearl, which is right down the road from there, Church on the Pearl, because I still only have $281 on my CALFRESH, and so it's feast to famine. For 8 to 10 days it's feast, and then for 20 days it's famine and ketosis and starvation. So thank God for Faith Tabernacle Church, and also thank God for here you have Church on the Pearl, right off 17th Street exit on the Metro E train, and so I have been suffering from leeches and worms and leeches that are on my skin that I have to peel off, and they're actual leeches, and you taking leeches off your leg, and my clothes are all bloody. So my clothes need to be replaced because my pants are acting like bandages, and I need wipes, and I especially like the wipes that are like the makeup remover wipes that are wet, because the baby diapers that they sell you at the 99-cent store, they're not too good, those baby diapers, because they're all dried out. So I like the wet ones. And so the moral of the story is that I was getting some problems getting refills. There is this medicine that cures this. It's an antibiotic called Bactrim. It's Bactrim, and Pfizer also has an equivalent called Septum or Septra. I think it's called Septum. And they're trying to stick you with pharmaceuticals that they have in stock that they're trying to get rid of so that they can make the stock go up. So they're trying to stick you with doxycycline. They're trying to stick you with cephalexin. But I want Bactrim. They won't give me a refill because LA Care is only doing business in out of network. It's a fraud insurance company. They don't have no in network. And I try to switch over from Anthem Blue Cross because they say it's Anthem Blue Cross managed by LA Care umbrella, or LA Care administration, LA Care supervision, LA Care administration. But I want to switch from Anthem Blue Cross, LA Care supervision to regular Anthem Blue Cross, and they want me to go to DPSS. So they have an entire racketeering enterprise going on. And so here's what I found out is that they had a monopoly with the Aurobindo pharmacy. Aurobindo, if you go to CVS, you can only get Aurobindo drugs, Aurobindo. So now I went downtown LA. I went to Westlake, Echo Lake, MacArthur Park, and there was a pharmacy there, and they gave me, because it's a different section, it's not like an Irish section, Irish Republican Army section. It's more like a Spanish section. They call it the Spanish Barrero. Yeah, and so I went there, and I found out the name of a new pharmacy that's competition to Aurobindo, and if it's not competition, it's probably changing the name because it's all part of the Allied Universal racketeering enterprise. And you know how you have Allied Universal, and they're also hedging their bets. So they're coming up with another name called Paragon Security and Los Angeles County Security. So they're afraid they're going to go out of business because they're cracking down on Allied Universal and Conduit. And so here it is right here. See, if you read that, it says manufacturer is Amneal Pharmacy. And if you read this one, it tells you that manufacturer is Aurobindo Pharmacies, So I was finally able, because my infection was going away, they wouldn't give me a refill, and now I got a refill, thank God. And so that's what's going on with that. Also, I found out that the Irish Republican Army is trying to take over the United States. I mean, this is a serious... Allied Universal is the terrorist army. You got Gavin Newsom, that is the owner of Allied Universal. You have this Kathy McGettigan from the Irish Republican Army, and she's shrinky-dink Kathy Higgins Victor from Conduit. And basically, I think what happened is that my ex-brother-in-law, Larry Moran, he started a consulting company called Plural, which I think is now Genesis. That is Robert Gevers and Vince Newsom and Gavin Newsom. So they're the ones who are committing data privacy breaches, and they're the ones who are coming into your phone with CIA Direct Link software. They're making my phone unusable. I have to go into like location and put location on and off. I have to go into developer options, running services, and I'm playing tug of war, cat and mouse tug of war with people coming into my phone, and they want me to put a password on my phone. So then when I finally do put a password, then they force me to enter the password like 2 or 3 times in a row, and then I have to do a factory data reset, and I'm going to lose all of my evidence for the courthouse. So I refuse to put a password there, and they're just attacking me. I cannot use my phone, and it got so bad that now even when I go to the Central Library, they're using that same CIA direct link software to go into my library computer. I mean, they even like cut the internet, because it's like a rune similar to Aurobindo and similar to this new name that I gave you. And so they're actually cutting the internet on my library computer. And so basically this is a racketeering enterprise, but it's more than a racketeering enterprise. It is an antitrust monopoly, similar to the 1970s Ma Bell AT&T monopoly. And that was based on Murray Hill, New Jersey, Bell Labs in Murray Hill, New Jersey, and that is Carol Murray. Carol Murray was married to Bill Murray, and then she was married to John Keeker, because John Keeker of Keeker Van Ness Peters law firm in San Francisco is operating and running the Supreme Court of California and the California courts through the Los Angeles Law Library on First Street. And so what's going on here is that John Keeker is also Bill Murray, and he's married to Carol Murray, who changed her name to Lynn Brescia in New Jersey, and then she changed her name again to Mary Premtage. And so like I served her a subpoena because she's been avoiding service, and her other worship is Elaine Mandel, Pamela Davis, the Davis family, the Young families, which is like the Irish Republican Army, and she's at the Santa Monica courthouse. And I served Mary Premtage in like 13 different ways, in substituted service, service by publication, you name it. I mean, even like a process server went and served her, and this, Elaine Mandel, the judge, is saying no. She's saying she's not served yet. So I served her now a subpoena to show up in court on a deposition subpoena, and it's called request for admissions. This is something similar that I served Donald J. Trump at the White House. So basically, like this is a request for admission. So. Since you are the president and you are supposed to be like God, you shouldn't be afraid to answer my questions honestly. You shouldn't have to lie, or I shouldn't have to say, take a polygraph test, I'll believe you, So I'm doing the same thing to Mary Premtage. She thinks she's like the Devil's Own, like the movie The Devil's Own from Ireland. So I'm going to have her show up in court on a mandatory court appearance. And if she blows off the subpoena, if she ignores the subpoena, I'm going to get the New Jersey State Troopers or maybe the United States Chief Counsel, Christopher, I forgot his name, but I'm going to get somebody to enforce the subpoena and have her show up in court. And then she's going to answer why she stole my house, because she's breaking the Bill of Rights and she's breaking the habeas clause. They're overthrowing our government, and they're running an antitrust monopoly. And this is part of Mary Premtage, who here goes around robbing houses also in Los Angeles County, and she's got Shrinky-Dink Catherine Berger, which is a supervisor. She got Shrinky-Dink Christine Douchebag, whatever her name is. I call her Christine Douchebag. And so, that's that. And then she also has the Leipzig, which is like Stamford, Connecticut, which is like Stanford. And so I served the subpoena to Robert Refkin of Compass, because she changed her real estate company from Sotheby's to protect Warren Buffett and TD Ameritrade, because they're robbing the mint. They have a monopoly going on, which is a pyramid Ponzi scheme with Priscilla Chan and Mark Zuckerberg, because they're using the unemployment insurance, they're using the welfare, CalFresh, they're using the pharmaceuticals, they're using all this to buy Facebook ads so that the Facebook stock goes up. But now they're cracking down on it, and the Facebook stock is not going to go up anymore, because they crack down on stealing unemployment insurance, and they crack down on the murder business, pillaging, where you murder somebody and take their money and use this money to buy Facebook ads so the stock goes up. And this is called a pyramid Ponzi scheme, and also an antitrust monopoly, because they got every angle covered. They got the social services government benefits. They have the attorney general, they have the inspector general, they have the governor, they have the senator. They got the vice president, Kamala Harris, who's like another racketeering boss. So Mary Premtage, her real name is Carol Murray, And I did some digging, and I found out that, something's going on with President Joe Biden, because he's been like out to Camp David. He's been out international for like 2 months now. I'm wondering what's going on with President Joe Biden. I'm also wondering what's going on with Kamala Harris. So if something was to happen to them, there's something called presidential line of succession. And the next one to be president would be Kevin McCarthy. And he's part of Diamond McCarthy law firm that stole my father's will of $1.8 billion that was cracked down by Surround McEvoy and the U.S. attorney. But this Kevin McCarthy, he's a Darienzo, and I'm very skeptical of him. And also his pro tempore, they call it. His pro tempore is this lady called Murray. And guess what? The pro tempore who's fourth in line to become president of the United States. She is the leader of the Irish Republican Army. She is Kathy Higgins Victor. She is Kathleen McGettigan. She is Christine Douchebag. She is Simone Volz. She is Regine Dominique Shelton Lipsig. She is Ziff Davis. She is Walter of the military police. They got every angle covered, and they got a Ponzi scheme going on, just like Bernie Madoff like a bandit in SAC Capital in Connecticut. But the key word here is that this Robert Reskin, the owner and CEO of Compass, if you look at his parent company, it's Compass 3 owner, and you wouldn't believe who the owner of Compass 3 owner is. It's shrinky-dink Joe Biden. It's very scary. I found out because of the name Stamford and Stafford. So, but anyway, I'm here, and this is Church on the Pearl. And I'm very thankful to Church on the Pearl because, you can't buy anything for 99 cents at the 99-cent store anymore. And I'm only getting $295 for the month. And if it wasn't for like Faith Tabernacle Church and Church on the Pearl and Sova, say what you want about them. They might have infected me with clothing that gave me syphilis and gonorrhea, and now I need this medicine over here. But you know what? If it wasn't for them, I'd be starving right now. So that's that.